The Sports Federation TV. If you've just joined in, you've missed the bulk of our show. But never fear, we've still got something exciting happening. We're chatting Frizbee. Yeah, you heard right, Frizbee. It's a strange sport. And Sandra will tell us a bit about it. Sandra, you well?
Yes, very well, and apparently strange.
Strange, yes. People don't know about this sport. Young man, are you good?
Very well, thank you.
Good. Ultimate Frisbee happens where, when, how?
There's a lot of ultimate happening in Cape Town. We play almost every day of the week in different places. We play at UCT, at the university. We have a club league happening every Monday night. And we also play beach Frisbee on Sunday mornings on Clifton First Beach.
So you've given lots of information all in one go. Tell us a bit about the leagues. Where does the leagues and how do the leagues work?
There are 5 teams in Cape Town, and during spring we have a spring league, which is currently happening now, and that will happen every Monday night for approximately 6 weeks, where the 5 teams compete with each other. And
is it the set venue? Does the venue change?
We skip between UCT, Woolsack Fields, and Pinelands Oval. It's called the Scoville Oval. Yes.
Okay. And then from the spring league we go into a summer league, I'm assuming.
Yes, so the summer league is our mixed club league, and that would be from February till about April when we have our mixed nationals. Then in winter we have a separate men's and women's league. We split up for that, and then in spring we go back to a mixed league.
So Frisbee is played all year round. That's
yes,
interesting.
We don't
unlike
have
other codes of sport.
Yeah. And
the beach is obviously only in summer, I'm assuming.
We play in winter as well. There's nobody on the beach in winter except us.
And any particular beach? Camps Bay particularly? Or?
We play at Clifton First Beach.
Okay.
Or Second Beach if First Beach is washed away.
How often does that happen?
Once in a while.
Okay.
We have a nice little nasty tide that washes it away.
How many clubs are there in Cape Town?
So we have 5 clubs in Cape Town, including Stellenbosch. Stellenbosch Marty's Ultimate falls under Cape Town jurisdiction. And we have a association that manages all those clubs.
And each club only has one team, or do they have multiple teams?
It depends on the size of the club for that particular season. So one year a club might split up into 2 teams to give players more game time in that league.
Okay. Tell us a bit about the structure of a game. So people understand it's not just a bunch of guys tossing a Frisbee around. Give us some structure. How does it all work?
So often we relate it to something between American football and netball. So you have an end zone similar to American football where 7 people play against 7 people, and your 7 on your team have to score in that end zone on the other side. Similarly to netball, you can't run with the disc, so you throw, you catch, you have to come to a stop, and you have a pivot position, and you throw it to your teammate who's running into the end zone to score.
And that's, you score 1 point every time you get into the end zone, I'm assuming.
Yes, and then you reset after that point is scored. You reset to opposite ends of the field.
And how do you restart the match?
It starts with a kind of a kickoff, which we call a pull, which is where the disc is thrown from this team that just scored, throws it to the other team. And the team that catches that disc is then on offense, and the team that threw it automatically is playing defense.
And you basically got to intercept the disc in mid-flight, as it were.
Yes.
So it can't touch the ground, it has to get to your teammate and get into the end zone, basically.
And if it touches the ground, then you lose.
It's a turnover. Yes.
Sounds a bit netball, American football, but also a bit like football. Similar kind of mentality to a point.
What makes Ultimate Frisbee really a fun sport to watch is that it actually is it takes place at different levels height-wise. You have a eye level where you're throwing straight throws. You have above your head where people are jumping high to catch the disc. You have people diving like they do in rugby to catch it centimeters above the ground. So it's a very spectator-friendly sport in that sense. Very action.
And I'm sure it must be fast as well. I mean, like you say, action-packed.
Yeah, it's a very running-intensive sport.
The last time you were telling us a bit about a team that was due to go overseas. Give us some feedback on how the team participated in the World Champs.
Yes, that was our SA Under-23 Wild Dogs team. They went to play in the mixed division at the Under-23 World Championships in London this year. And I'm happy to say that they were seeded 13th going into the tournament, and they actually finished 6th place in the world.
Wow.
So they caused a few upsets, and they really had a great tournament. We're very, very proud of them.
Well done. So there are other crazy people in the world that plays
There are many other crazy people that play Ultimate.
Because I mean, it's a foreign concept because you, like I say, you just anticipate or you just know of Frizbee as a bunch of kids tossing a disc around just for the sheer recreation thereof.
A lot of people refer to it as the dog game, where you throw your disc to your dog, but we are promoting the other form of the sport.
And that's the active part.
The active part.
There is actually a body managing or running Ultimate Frisbee on a world scale called the World Flying Disc Federation. And every country's federation, we, for example, have SAFTA, the South African Flying Disc Association. We are affiliated with WIFDF, or the World Flying Disc Federation.
And across the country, are there many other provinces that participate in this, or is Cape Town the ultimate?
At our national championships, we recently had 20 teams entered, and those aren't the only 20 teams in the country. Those are the 20 teams that made the cut. So we have a lot of up-and-coming teams all over the country.
And how do you make the cut?
Well, we generally can only accommodate a certain number of teams. Okay. So there would be development teams that perhaps don't make it to the tournament yet, but we definitely have to start making our nationals bigger. We have so many teams coming up.
And give lots more publicity so people out there know that the sport exists.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
What's the plans going forward for your Coda sport in Cape Town?
Well, we actually have the World Championships, World Ultimate Championships coming up next year, which is currently the talk of the town. We've just released the squads that are going to be attending that. It's every 4 years. So the last one was in 2012 in Osaka in Japan. And we are wearing the kit of the team, the mixed team that we represented there. We won't be sending a mixed team to next year's World Championships. We'll be sending a men's team, the Mambas, which also represented, they also represented in Japan. But we will also be sending 2 new teams, a all-women's team called Bafazi, and a men's masters team called the Scorpions. So that will be a first for South Africa at the Ultimate World Championships.
And the masters are people over 35?
Me.
Over 33.
Over 33.
So everyone, men over 33 are masters in the masters category, and women over 30 are in the...
Because every Coda sport is a different level, hence I asked that question. If you look at softball, it's 35.
Yeah.
In football, it's 35. Hence I'm asking, that's the accepted general age. You guys are obviously a bit younger. Mm-hmm. Because you're more agile, more faster? You'd like to
have to be more agile and faster, so they have to bring the age limit down.
And in terms of training, how do you train for Ultimate? I mean, it's a strange question, I know, but...
A training session will usually consist of 3 segments. It would consist of conditioning and fitness, obviously, for the right kind of motion that you need to do and not injure yourself. It will also then have a section on basic disc skills, different throws, accuracy and precision of throws, and catching, obviously. And then we'll also have a strategy kind of section where there are certain ways that the team or have a certain play or align themselves on the field to prioritize certain positions they want to play. So.
But Ultimate is different in that the points are generally, on average, about 3 minutes a point. So you generally train to that sort of discipline. So you do sprints that last 3 minutes and a lot less endurance stuff.
And a lot of it, I'm assuming, some of the tactics that you would employ is man-to-man marking, those kinds of things. Because you need to be able to defend your spot more than anything else. Going forward, where do you see the Ultimate going in Cape Town? In terms of club size, in terms of participation?
Well, we just had a new club that formed in Cape Town this year, so adding to the family.
Welcome.
Yes. So it's growing all the time. So as Marc said, we currently have 5 teams. UCT actually at some point has 3 teams going at the same time. So it's constantly, we're having to accommodate more and more players. But one of our big focus will be training and preparing for London for the World Championships next year in June.
And do you have a lot of youngsters coming through playing in the sport, or is it predominantly middle-aged, 20-odds? Middle-aged, I'm referring to 20-odds.
One of the most common places at the moment where people start to play is at university. We're currently working on getting it into the schools as well. We have more and more school kids that are 13, 14 years of age and playing with the big boys, you know, coming to play in our leagues, which is fantastic, and we want to see more of that. So.
And are they any good?
Definitely,
Really
definitely.
Giving you a run for your money, Mark?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I fit very well in the Masters team.
Is it a bit more slower? Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Not at all, he's lying.
So Masters is quite competitive as well.
Yes, definitely.
No, we're really looking forward to London, and I think we're going to compete with the best of them.
Great. How do people find out more about Ultimate? Give us some contact details.
So you can visit our website. So it's at www.capetownultimate.co.za. We also have a Cape Town Ultimate Facebook page. And if you're interested in learning how to play Ultimate, we'll be having a beginners workshop at Rondebosch Boys High School on the 21st November. It will be advertised on the website for more details, but diarize that if you want to come and see what Ultimate's all about.
Please join.
I'll come.
Great.
It's
Come
great
and have
fun,
fun.
and there's room for everyone, and it's a really nice community of players.
I'm not fast like Mark, but and I'll try and catch the disc like you're supposed to, you know.
Yes.
Oh, is that's
Crocodile catch?
Is that the crocodile catch?
Yes.
That's the one I know.
Nice.
Guys, thank you for your time. It was lovely having you.
Thank you,
look
Elton.
forward to having you back soon. Come tell us more about Ultimate.
See you on the
Always a
field.
pleasure.